Today my goal is to help explain what an NFT is, how to not only buy one, but also how to sell your own. And I'm going to do all this on the Solana blockchain, so it's much faster and cheaper than Ethereum. Let's get into it. If you're here watching this, you've likely heard the term NFT thrown around, but what does it actually mean? NFT stands for Non-Fungible Token. And if that hasn't cleared up your confusion, it's understandable. When something is non-fungible, it more or less just means that it's unique and can't be replaced with something else. For example, a Bitcoin is fungible. You can trade one Bitcoin for another and you have the exact same thing. A one-of-a-kind trading card, on the other hand, is non-fungible. If you trade it for a different card, you have a different card at the end of the day. Currently, NFTs have mostly been about art. You've likely seen CryptoPunks or Bored Ape Yacht Club, and some of these NFTs are fetching tens of millions of dollars, which is insane by any measure. After all, you can argue that since it's digital art, you could just simply right-click and save as, and you'd have an exact copy of the original down to the bit level. Now, this, of course, is kind of missing the point. What an NFT really does is provide proof of ownership. When you buy an NFT, you're adding a transaction to the blockchain that permanently says that your wallet address owns the thing the NFT points to. And this is where the future of the technology gets really interesting. Imagine applying this to real estate or vehicle ownership. Instead of your bank owning the title to your car, a smart contract could issue an NFT saying that you're the proud owner of your '93 Dodge Caravan. Okay, of course, you might not actually want anyone to know that. The reality is, today we spend countless hours online, and with virtual reality, social media, and the promise of the metaverse, how else are you going to digitally flex on people than to show that you own a multi-million-dollar pixel art profile picture on social media? It was so much simpler back in my day when you could just buy an overpriced electric car that had billionaire doors. So then, how do you buy an NFT? There are multiple marketplaces online, with OpenSea being one of the most popular. The downside is that OpenSea is built on top of Ethereum, and as you may know and I've talked about before, Ethereum gas prices are out of this world, meaning that the simple act of buying or selling an NFT comes with hundreds of dollars in gas fees. Fortunately, there are alternatives, and one of those alternatives is the blockchain Solana. Solana is designed to be insanely fast and inexpensive to use. So it's really a natural fit for NFTs. Now, let me know down in the comments if you want a deep dive on Solana. So to get started, we need a Solana wallet. Today I'm going to set up Solflare. There are dozens of different options out there, but I like that Solflare also works with my hardware wallet for an extra layer of security. So with that, let's jump in, get Solflare set up, and get things going. The first thing we're going to do is go over to solflare.com and we're going to set up a new wallet. Now you can either add this to Google Chrome as a Chrome extension, or you can just access the web wallet. Either way, the process is going to be very similar. So once we click on Access Web Wallet, we're going to go to Create a New Wallet, and you're going to want to enter a password. Now you're going to use a strong password here. I would use a password manager, or at least something that you won't lose. Once you click next, you're going to get a set of words. These are insanely important. Write these down, create a backup, store it somewhere. If you lose access to these, you cannot restore your wallet. Also worth noting, you should never, ever, under any situation, ever share these with anyone. You can see these on my screen, but this is a temporary wallet that I'm just using for purposes of making this video. This is not my real account. So once you're done, you've downloaded a backup, copied it to a safe place, go ahead and click on next. It's going to have you actually enter in all of those words to verify that you had that backup in place. You're going to click verify and you'll have a wallet ready to go. After your wallet is all set up, the next thing you're going to need to do is transfer some funds over to it. And when you click on the Solflare app in your browser extensions, you're going to see that you have your main account. You can simply click that. It's going to copy that to your clipboard. That's your wallet address. Now, in order to send funds, the easiest way to do that is going to be someplace like Coinbase or KuCoin. Links down in the description below. In KuCoin, you would simply go to withdraw. You would type in Sol, paste in your wallet address, ensure that the network field is set to Solana. Set the amount that you want to withdraw. In this case, we'll say 6, and you can add some remarks like NFT. Click confirm, and what that's going to do is automatically send that from your KuCoin account. Same process for Coinbase, and it's going to send it over to your Solflare wallet. Now, because Solana is so fast, this is only going to take maybe 200 or 300 milliseconds to complete. So by the time you refresh your wallet, you should see funds in there. In this case, we've got 6.6 Sol already in the account, ready to go. At this point, you're going to need to find an NFT marketplace. Now, there are several out there. I happen to choose Solana Art. I think that's a good one for us to get started with. They've got quite a few decent collections. And the collections are really just like they sound. It's just groupings of NFTs that someone has created. There's things that are similar to things you'd find on Ethereum, like Degenerate Ape Academy. But these are a little bit too expensive for me to get into at this point. The last price on this one was 100 Sol, and it's currently going for 43 Sol minimum. So at the minimum price, this would cost several $1,000s. So in our case, I'm going to try and find a collection that's up and coming, but isn't completely worthless and hopefully not going away anytime soon. One that stands out to me is Galactic Gecko Space Garage. So we're going to jump into that, but first we've got to connect our wallet to the Solana Art website. So you're going to go to the upper right hand corner and click Select Wallet. You're going to click Solflare since that's the wallet we set up. So you'll notice it automatically connected to the site, and it shows that our balance is 6.6 Sol, or just about $1,000. Now, I'm going to drop about $1,000 on an NFT just to make this video. So if you haven't hit like and subscribe yet, please do so. I really need to recoup some of this money at the end of this video. Thank you so much. Now, scrolling through the NFTs, you can see the last price and the current price of the NFT. In this case, I found this guy right here. We're going to pop him open and look at the details. I'm kind of drawn to this dude. He looks like he could be my gecko doppelganger. He's got kind of a scruffy goatee with a little bit of gray in it because I'm getting up there. And it looks like he's got a VR headset on, which if you've watched my videos, I'm into VR. So let's go ahead and go with this one. You've got a couple options here. You can either make an offer, so basically place a bid and see if they accept it, or you can click on Buy Now. At this point, your wallet is going to pop up a transaction. You'll see that it's just over 5 Sol for the transaction, and you can either approve or reject it. We're going to go ahead and click on Approve. Once you click Approve, it's going to, in my case, ask me to confirm the transaction on my Ledger hardware wallet. So let's do that real quick. Now when we load our wallet again, we can see that the balance has gone down. It says we now have 5 assets and 1 NFT. Now you can see that I own Galactic Gecko number 9125. Now how do I get Galactic Gecko back on Solana Art and back to being sold? It's pretty simple too. What you can do is go back over to the site and you click on Wallet. And again, it shows that you own this NFT here. So if you click on the Sell button, it's going to pop up all the details. You can look at the last sold price and all the price history, and you can set a floor price. In this case, let's set a floor price of 6 Sol, which will give us a 0.52 Sol or 10.4% profit. And then click Put for Sale, Confirm. And once again, you will need to approve this transaction. After probably less than a second, you're going to see Galactic Gecko is now for sale. Thanks for using Solana Art. And if we go back to the collections page, we will now see Galactic Gecko 9125 listed for 6 Sol, and the last price sold was 5 just a few minutes ago from us. That's the buying and selling process for an NFT. What if you want to create your own NFT and upload that? Well, you can't do that at Solana Art. You have to go through an application process, and they want to make sure that the collection you create actually matches the content they want on their site. But there are other options for that. For example, we can go to SolC. Now, the same thing here, you're going to connect your wallet, and then you're going to go to Create NFT. Once you do that, you're just going to have to upload a couple of things here. We're going to upload our files. The title will be All Your Tech. Short description, all your tech are belong to us. Long description, we're just going to copy our short description. So you can actually set royalties for secondary sales. So if somebody sells this and then 10 other people buy it after that, you'll get a percentage from each of those. So I'll set a 10% royalty, link to an external URL. You'll enter in a couple of different tags, set your license, which is basically whether you use this for commercial purposes or not. Any traits that you have, if this happens to be a larger collection, this isn't in this case, and then you click Mint NFT. That's uploading the asset to the SolC servers, and then it's going to ask you to sign the transaction. You can see it's insanely inexpensive, 0.000038 Sol, which is just a few cents. And you'll notice it's actually uploading the files to Arweave, which is another really cool blockchain project. Let me know if you want me to talk about that one in an upcoming video. And we have one more transaction we have to process. It's our mint transaction, which again, 0.009 Sol, so very inexpensive. Prove that, and it is minting our NFT. Now this just gets the NFT minted. Now we've actually got to put it up for sale. So we're going to go to our wallet and we're going to say NFTs in my wallet. You'll see list NFT underneath it, and we'll go ahead and click on that. And then we'll set a price. We'll set it at 1/10 of a Sol, and we will list the NFT. Again, as with anything, you've got to approve the transaction. And now it should show up under my listed NFTs and has the price along with an option for somebody to buy it. I'm going to link this down in the description below in case anyone wants to buy this amazing one-of-a-kind NFT for all your tech. As you saw, it's really not that difficult to buy and sell and even mint and create and sell your own NFTs on all the different marketplaces. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that had you done this on the Ethereum blockchain, all those transactions that we had to approve there, you'd have been paying north of $100 for every single one of those, making it prohibitively expensive. But on Solana, it was a few cents for each transaction, so not bad. Totally worthwhile. As always, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.